Hey guys, welcome to BitBoy Crypto. I am your host, BitBoy. Today we're going to be talking news. We're going to be talking everything from a $25,000 Bitcoin to Brock Pierce talking about security tokens, all the way to XRP really starting to blast off, maybe going to the moon based on some information we got today. But before we do that, make sure you're a subscriber to our channel. All you got to do is click the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and boom, you are in the Bit Squad. As a Bit Squad member, you have the opportunity to win $500 in Ethereum and merch in October and November. All you got to do is like and comment on this video and all of our videos during those months to get the maximum number of entries. Okay, guys, well, let's pull up CoinMarketCap and take a look at it first. It pretty much hasn't budged since yesterday. 210 billion, 53.6 Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin up just a smidgen. It's been a long time, I feel like, since we've seen really Bitcoin make any big moves outside of in the 6 to 7K range. I think maybe I'm wrong on this. The last time we had some really nice movement where we thought maybe things were starting to pop off would have been back in July. So it's been really a lot of downtimes. We've kind of been in between 61 and 71 for a long time now. And this extreme lack of volatility, I don't know, will we see more volatility when we finally do pop off? Not really sure. We will just have to wait and see. So if you look here, you will see that XRP had a big spike, but of course it's only up just a hair right now. It's around 46 cents, but it did have a pretty big green candle right here, as you can see. And it was probably due to this news right here. Of course, it hasn't really led to, we're just in a bear market is what it boils down to. It hasn't led to any, long-term gains. Or that we can look at the story and think that the price of XRP is going to be going up soon. However, in my opinion, this is actually pretty big news. And if you watch my channel, you know I'm not a fan of Ripple, not a fan of XRP personally, but yet I do have to cover it because it is a big part of the cryptocurrency space. And there are a lot of people that are really, really passionate about this coin one way or the other. So we do need to talk about it. And I've also been noticing I love what they're doing with the technology. I just, from a personal perspective, I don't feel like long-term Bitcoin and Ripple can exist. And I can get into all that in a different video. But however, this that we have right here is big news. So it says, Ripple says banks using xcurrent are looking to upgrade to XRP-powered xrapid. And basically here is an article where Ashish Birla makes these comments to the banker, and they interviewed him in collaboration with Deutsche Bank. So basically what he's saying here is that there are a lot of banks that are already using, xcurrent, but we know xrapid is kind of like the secret weapon of Ripple, in the Ripple arsenal. It's supposed to be the thing that's supposed to totally change the way that we transfer money internationally. So there have already been a lot of banks that have been using this xcurrent, and now they're looking to upgrade. So I just want you guys to think about it in terms of this, okay? Let's say that you are using a service on your computer, okay? Let's say you're doing Facebook ads, okay? You're doing Facebook ads. You've hired a company to come in and do those ads for you, okay? Now, they have a higher price package. Right now, you've got the lowest price package, and you get the least amount of features with it, okay? Now, think about this. This is common sense. If you're getting absolutely no results with the smallest package, you're getting no results at all, then are you going to want to upgrade to the next package with that same company? No, you're going to want to move to a different company. So the fact that it seems like a lot of these banks are kind of licking their chops to move from xcurrent to xrapid, what that tells me is, number one, they see the potential in xrapid, and number two, that they're already pretty happy with what they have been using. They just see potential for, more potential with the other product. And of course, that has kind of been what Ripple's wanted all along, has been to move people to the xrapid. So I don't know, guys, will this be an absolute game changer if all of these banks start moving over to xrapid? Will this cause xrapid to kind of spread even further and more banks to start using it? I don't know, but I do think in the short term, and by short term I mean 2 to 5 years or so, I think xrapid is going to be absolutely huge. In my personal opinion, I feel like XRP over the next 2 to 5 years is about the surest bet in crypto aside from Bitcoin. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, and we can get into all kinds of arguments about why I personally don't like it, but that is a totally different conversation. The fact is, if you are in crypto purely from an investment standpoint, not financial advice from me, XRP is a pretty good one to get into. However, if you're more into the giant, larger movement of cryptocurrency, then you may have some harder decisions to make. If it's all about dollars and cents to you, I think this one makes sense. So, okay, guys, moving on, we got this huge thing from Tether. So they just destroyed 500 million Tether tokens from the Tether Treasury wallet. Now, a lot of people took this to mean that it was like really super alarming, like, oh no, they burned the tokens and Tether's going to fall apart. That's not actually what has happened. This is actually outlined in their white paper that this is a process that they do. So this was their announcement. It said over the course of the past week, which is very important, Tether has redeemed a significant amount of Tether tokens from the circulating supply of tokens. In line with this, Tether will destroy 500 million Tether tokens from the Treasury wallet and will leave the remaining USDT in the wallet as a preparatory measure for future issuances. Okay, so like I said, this is a process outlined in their white paper. Now, if you want to put a tinfoil hat on with me for a second and kind of dig into maybe a little conspiracy theory about this, I'll give you time to put on your hat. Okay, guys, some people are saying that over the last week, when the price of Tether dropped, if you remember, it dropped all the way down to, I believe, 91 cents, I think, at the low, somewhere around there. It was definitely in the 90s. It's supposed to always stay pegged to $1, that somehow Tether was able to cash out some of those Tether tokens at that price, and that their basic plan is to make money off of the fact that the price dropped. So I don't know. I know Bitfinex has been a little sketchy, who is behind Tether. They haven't been a little sketcy. Bitfinex is very sketchy. Tether is very sketchy. I've told you guys this many times. So if there was some kind of plan, some kind of almost pump and dump, if you will, and it wasn't necessarily, I don't think Tether caused the price to drop, but the price did drop, and Tether may have been able to somehow take advantage of that and make more money for themselves, which they're very, very, very interested in. So I'm not sure if we have someone out there who's a super Tether expert that wants to drop some comments on that theory, which is kind of going around, then feel free to do so. But the actual burning of the Tether tokens themselves, this does not necessarily mean there's any kind of unraveling of Tether or that it's going to be totally falling apart soon. So don't rush to judgments on this. Let's just see the way that this all plays out. But most likely there's something in it for them, and that's why they did this. So, okay, we got Tom Lee, famous Wall Street bull, also Bitcoin bull, talking about how at the end of the year, he still sees Bitcoin going to 25,000. I just don't see it, guys. I wish that I could tell you that I think it'll be there by the end of the year. We would have to see some kind of huge spikes and huge candles like we haven't seen before, because last year, it took a few months for the market to kind of rev up before it kind of went parabolic. But now, with the end of the year approaching in approximately 2 months and a week, it's really hard to fathom us going from 6 to 25 in that short period of time. Now, it did only take Bitcoin, as I talked about yesterday, about 30 days to go from 6K to 20K. But right now, just with the sentiment of the markets, unless BACT comes out and then the ETF is approved back-to-back before February, which a lot of people think is when we can expect the approval, I think there's little hope that this could actually happen. Now, even with those two things, if those two things occur, BACT comes out at the beginning of December, it's really good, people are using it everywhere, and then let's say the ETF also gets approved during December or in November or at the end of this month, whatever it might be, a lot of people think that still would not even be enough to get it approaching that price. I kind of think this is the case of, like, let's say that you pick two teams to be in the Super Bowl or the World Cup final, whatever it might be, and then you get down to the semifinals, and one of the teams you picked is still in it, but, like, you know the other team they're having to play in the semifinals is definitely a lot better, and you think they're going to lose, but you're like, but I got to stick with my pick at the beginning of the year, so you pick the underdog. Sometimes they win. Most of the time they don't. I think this is kind of what Tom Lee is doing. I think he's basically made this pick and he's sticking with it no matter what. So we'll just have to see where we will be at the end of the year, but I would certainly not get my hopes up. Then just we have this last tweet that was from Bully Esquire on Twitter, where he said 2017 was the year of the ICO, 2018 was the year of the stablecoin, what will 2019 bring? And then Brock Pierce replied to that and said security tokens. So I don't know, a lot of people said security tokens were going to be the thing this year, and then it turned out not to happen. And as we're seeing the markets and just the timeline of crypto, I think is going much slower than a lot of people thought it was going to go. Based on the run we had last year, things have really grinded to a halt. So I don't know, will 2019 be the year we see the security tokens take over? I'm thinking it might be closer to the end of the year, maybe 2020 before that actually happens. I don't know, guys. Let me know your thoughts below, what you guys think. I think we still have another round of ICOs coming, another year of ICOs with another run. Potentially, I think we will repeat all of the same mistakes that we just made. So anyways, guys, that's all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to smash the like button. BitBoy out.